Southern Grace and Beauty, and I don't know what that was all about, but please ignore it. But we are finally back to, or down to the very last of my series for the zodiac signs. I am so happy and so excited that I actually finished something that I started. It took 5 months, but what do you do? So today I'm going to be doing Pisces, and if I sound a little bit blah, that's because I am blah. The weather outside is just, we're not even going to talk about the weather right now. Mother Nature is just being really irritating right now, and it's getting to all of us. But back to what we were doing. Pisces. I was doing a little bit of Pisces research and stuff, and I came up with really soft, romantic looks. They're supposed to be kind, and they're supposed to be soft. They're supposed to have this great calm personality. So I thought, this is like the epitome of spring makeup. I'm thinking purples, lavenders, maybe a little bit of a light blue in there somewhere. I'm going to be trying out a purple liquid lipstick today, and yeah, I'm excited to see what I come up with. And if you want to see what I come up with, just keep on watching. Alright, so I'm going to be starting out with the Essence eye primer that I got at Ulta. And the review for those products that I did a first impressions on last week, I will be doing a haul / review on that on my blog. I know the haul is kind of late, but some people would rather read a blog than watch YouTube videos. So. I really like this eye primer because it's really cooling. It feels really good on the eyes. Which is honestly perfect for a day like today when it is hot, humid, and I just can't be bothered. I'm gonna powder it down with a little bit of CoverGirl. And I thought that I had lost this powder the other day. Not like lost it as in couldn't find it, but somehow I managed to knock it over off of my desk, or my little table here. And it halfway broke. Like the lid almost came off, but I was able to get it back on. I'm going to be trying something a little bit different today with my eyebrows. I know here lately I've been trying to make them real full, you know, like the typical Instagram thing that's been going around. But since this is going to be more of a soft look, I want to just fill in the parts of my brows that need to be filled in. I don't want to just go all out. So, onto the eyeshadow. I'm going in with my 88 Original Palette by BH Cosmetics. And I could probably zoom you in so you can see what I'm doing. Speaking of losing things, I have lost my blending brush. Found it. Alright, so I'm going to go in first with that really light purple right there. Kind of reminds me of lavender a little bit. I'm just going to pop that all over my crease, maybe a little bit on the lid too. Honestly, this look would look really good for Easter too. Maybe if you want some ideas for next year. As you can see, I'm not really being precise with it. I'm just kind of throwing it on there. Now we're going to go in with a little bit of a darker purple right there. I'm still getting the hang of doing makeup tutorials and showing the camera the products. It is not my forte, clearly. Okay, so this purple is not quite doing what I want it to do. So I'm going to go in with something a little bit darker here in just a minute. No, we don't want it to be real dramatic or anything, but I'd like for it to show just a little bit of color. Like it's not like the eyeshadows are bad or anything, it's just not doing what I want it to. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the Coastal Scents eyeshadow in the shade Violetta. It would probably help if I got it out of the packaging. Where did my brush go? There it is. One day I'm going to get one of these tutorials right. One day it will happen. Alright. So I'm going to take that purple, just kind of get it in the upper crease just a little bit. Now, I'm not sure, these eyeshadows are kind of coming across as gray on camera, but I'll try to get a more realistic picture on Instagram. If I remember, sometimes I forget to post on Instagram. If any of my followers are into social media and posting regularly, can you give me some tips on how to be a little more consistent with my posting? Because I'd like to do more, but sometimes I just forget or I don't know what to post. Kind of help you girl out a little bit. Alright, so I can't really find a color that would suit this look on the eyelid. I wanted something kind of shimmery, like a shimmery purple or lavender or something. So I really couldn't find anything in my stash in here. Probably some more in my room. But I'm gonna go into my Essence palette that I did a first impressions on last week. Looks like so. And I'm going to go in with a little bit of, I can't really pronounce that word right there, but I'm going to be going in with that center shade. It's a very light gold. And I'm going to put it down real soft, real gentle. Nothing too major. Kind of give the eye look just a little bit of something. And then on top of that, so that way the shimmer is still shining through, I'm going to take a little bit of that original purple shade that we used in my BH Cosmetics palette. That is not a BH Cosmetics palette. This is a Coastal Scents palette. I will never get it through my thick skull. Keep getting them mixed up. I'm going to pop that color right on top, just so that way everything kind of melds together. One trick to curling your lashes is to take your lash curler here and breathe on it. I wouldn't recommend it if you're working on a client or whatever. But if you're doing it on yourself, heat it up a little bit. Heat it up just a little bit. And then go in and curl your lashes. It kind of gives the same effect as like a curling iron for your hair. Now, last week I used the Essence Lash Princess mascara, and it didn't come across on camera the way that I wanted it to. But after experimenting and curling my lashes just a little bit, it came out a whole lot better. I'm going to zoom in just a little more so you can see. Yeah, that's better. Just kind of move the wand around just a little bit, turn it. It almost looks like the effect of falsies, which is honestly great for me since I can't actually wear falsies. Before moving on with my brows, I'm going to do a little bit of priming and moisturizing. This is the Almay Smart Shade Face Primer. Feeling a little dry after washing my face earlier. So, alright, so the brows have been done. I did them off camera because it took me forever to do them as usual. So, alright, so I'm going to go back in and do a little more priming. My face just really isn't cooperating. I'm having a fairly good skin day. Or was. I don't know where all the redness came from. Going in with the trusty Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, shade Soft Ivory. Soft Ivory, excuse me. If I were to do another series, what would it be? I've already had several suggestions, like maybe doing Disney or, you know, things like that. I could try to restart my planet series, do makeup based on all the planets. Going in with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Light Vanilla. One of them. I'm going to take just a little bit more of that concealer. Highlight. For powder, I am going to go in with the Germain Montiel Cosmetics powder in the shade Sheer. And I'm going to set everything using a large powder brush. Going back under the eye, I'm going to be going in with that blue right there. And I'm going to take that greeny blue shade right there. Don't come across as green, but I'm going to be taking that. Anybody else make funny faces while you're blending shadow? Oh. Anybody else ever do that? Oh, that's real cute. That is so cute. Every single one of my videos, every single one of them, something goes wrong. How about let's clean that up just a tad. I don't know where all that came from. It's always something. I guess we're doing something blown out on the lower lash line. Just kidding. We are going to go back in with that bright blue shade. I'm going to try to bring back some of that vibrancy. That, folks, is why you clean your brushes. That's why you clean your brushes, so you don't have a disaster. Like that. It didn't even look like there was shadow on that brush. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, how to clean that up. Alright, so I used my trusty fingers to clean up some of that mess down there. That is why I usually don't do eyeshadow down there, is because I usually make a mess. And my eye shape is just really weird to do stuff like that anyways. So before we have another disaster, I'm going to go in with a little bit of bronzer. I zoomed you out so that you can see what I'm doing with the rest of my skin. The eyes look a little bit better once I'm zoomed out just a little bit. Don't look at me up close or you'll think I'm a clown. How do I manage this? Like I wasn't even planning on doing bronzer, but I guess bronzer is happening. I was planning on, since this was a really soft spring look, I figured I could just do some blush and some light highlighter, but oh, got to let guess what I forgot? I forgot to grab the blush that I was going to use. Yes, I'm hanging my head in shame. I am hanging my head in shame. So I'm going to go in with my this is BH Cosmetics. My BH Cosmetics blush palette. And I am going to go in with a very light hand with this shade right here. It is pink, but it comes off as purpley on camera. But I'm going to go in with a very light hand with that. Like I'm almost too scared to use it. Nothing is turning out the way I wanted it to in this video, but I'm trying my darndest. Highlight. So I'm not actually going to do an actual highlight, but I'm going to go in with my Too Faced No Filter palette. I'm going to go in with the Moon River. It's like a really light lilac light. Try saying that 5 times fast. A very light lilac color. There we go. And I'm going to pop that on the high points of my cheeks where I would normally highlight. This is just going to brighten everything up, but it's not going to be like a stark bronzy golden highlight that everybody likes. It just kind of brightens everything up. I did bring the blush I was going to use. Focus. This has become one of those videos where everything goes wrong. But who says I can't have a little bit more blush? Gotta put it up here towards my temple. And this is the It Cosmetics blush in the shade Pretty and Peonies. And one trick that I like to do when I'm doing springy looks is just take a fluffy brush like that, get a little bit of blush on it, run it through the crease. And it'll make your eyeshadow, any eyeshadow, look really girly and really pretty, springy. And you can also do this with bronzer. That looks good. It's all coming together now. What I could do is take last thing, finally, is the ColourPop liquid lipstick in the shade So Wavy. It's just a nice purpley color. Wish me luck on trying to put this on because I suck at liquid lipsticks. Alright, so this is the finished. Alright, so this is the Alright, so this is the finished look for Pisces. Interesting, not at all what I was trying to do. The liquid lipstick is fine, like formula is fine, but why is it coming across as more blue instead of purple? Like it's purple in the tube, but it's coming across as blue, but I promise it is purple. But this is the finished look. That's attractive. That's real attractive. But this is the final look. I must say it's, like I said, it's not exactly how I wanted it to turn out, but it's still springy, it's still pretty, it's still colorful, it's still soft, something that any Pisces would be able to wear, minus how the lips are trying to come off a little bit. But yeah, that is Pisces, and yeah, I'm terribly sorry for the disaster, but yeah. Okay, so the Zodiac series is officially finished. I definitely went out with a bang with the Pisces look. That was an adventure and a half. So if you made it through the video, if you watched through to the very end, thank you. But to those who clicked out in the middle of the video, I do not blame you, because this was quite a challenge. But I really enjoyed the look. I really enjoyed creating it for you. So start giving me some ideas on what you would like to see in the future, and I will see you guys in my next video. And thank you so much for sticking with me for the past 12, has it been 12 weeks? So thank you again, and I will see you guys next week.